Hello. The purpose of this video is to show how to take a magnet out of a standard humbucker. Now, what you will need to accomplish this is a screwdriver and a pair of needle nose pliers or something to get the magnet out. So when you're pulling the tape off, the tape is designed to protect the copper wiring that's going around each bobbin. So I'm going to find the spot in the tape where it ends. Try and get my finger under there. Tonerider uses this really, it's kind of like, it's not paper tape, that's for sure. It's kind of like a vinyl material maybe, I'm not sure, but they do a couple good wraps here. All right, there we go. So we have now removed the outer tape. First, you want to flip the pickup around and locate the 4 small screws that are holding the base plate in. Take your Phillips head screwdriver and unscrew these screws partially, not all the way. You don't need to unscrew them much. The purpose is just to loosen the base plate, which will allow us to pull the magnet out. If this is the first time you're doing it, there might be wax that's holding the base plate to the bobbin. So you're going to want to wiggle it a little bit, kind of side to side, and eventually it'll pop. As long as the screws are holding the base plate in place, there's not a risk of you ripping the base plate off and snapping the wires, which are very thin and would easily snap if you were not holding it in place with the screw. So once you've gotten the base plate to pop off, now we want to try and pull the magnet out or push it. On this pickup, the wires are kind of blocking the magnet on this side, so I'm not able to push it out like I would with some other humbuckers, but there's still the option of pulling it out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of pop that up there, make a little mouth, get my needle nose in there, and start pulling that magnet out. I'm not pulling it out all the way yet because I'm going to take the magnet that I want to replace it with and figure out what orientation it needs to go. These magnets have 2 sides, north and south. On this magnet, it's actually labeled, but on some magnets, like this one here, it's not. So what we need to do is hold this magnet up to the other magnet. I'm doing this away from my phone because magnets and electronics don't get along, and it attracts right there. So I know that this is the orientation. If you hear it click and attract, you're good. If I put it the other way, it's going to resist and it doesn't click together. And that's how we know that this is not the correct orientation. We want to have that connection, and then you can visualize it like this. So I know this is how it's going in. So I put that magnet down, pull this one out, take this magnet, look in there, line it up, push it in. Doesn't really matter, you know, like it just kind of get it flush in there relative to how the other one was. And that's it. Take your screwdriver, screw these bad boys back up, and you got yourself a brand new pickup. It's the same pickup, just with a different magnet. But this is what Seymour Duncan does. This is what DiMarzio does. There's lots of pickup manufacturers that use literally the exact same everything except for a magnet and call it a new pickup. You can do that too for the low price of $5 to $10 per magnet, plus your Phillips screwdriver, a pair of needle nose pliers. I hope that was informative. Have a wonderful day.